I love fighting styles in YBA. I mean, without fighting styles, YBA would just be some generic semi-decent JoJo game on Roblox. Hey guys, what are you doing? Stop! Which wouldn't be a totally bad thing, don't get me wrong, but fighting styles is one of the things that is putting YBA above the rest of the JoJo games on Roblox. All of them are great. Ahem. Vampirism. But there's one fighting style that stands out from the rest of them, in my opinion. Boxing is probably the fighting style I have used the most personally, and to me, boxing feels magical. Boxing has a lot to offer, so let's dive into it one by one. Boxing provides two passives. The first passive is Tough Skin, and upgrading this passive fully provides a 25% total damage reduction. The second passive is called Meat Shield. Meat Shield? What the hell's a Meat Shield? Whatever. Each upgrade of Meat Shield increases your hit points, aka HP. Maxing this passive out provides you with 50 more total HP. You might be asking yourself, hey, 50 more HP along with 25 damage reduction doesn't sound very fair. And in most cases, it isn't. Let's say you have max vitality with all of the boxing passives. Max vitality is 200 HP plus Meat Shield, which is 50 more HP, multiplied by 25% because of the Tough Skin damage reduction. 200 plus 50 is 250, 25% of 250 is 62.5, 250 plus 62.5 is 312.5 HP. Jesus. I mean, it's technically just 250 HP with a 25% damage reduction, but whatever. This amount of HP lets you do whatever, really. With 50% more HP than the average player, you'll feel unstoppable. I mean, look at this Star Platinum in the world. He's not even phasing me, really. Okay, you can stop. Anyways. Kid! Get off of me. Oh, you want some too? Bang, bitch. Scared? Bop, bop. Boom. Oh, you blocked my JawBreaker? You lost your vision privileges. Oh, you wait till I get my hands on you. Look, I'm not perfect. JawBreaker and Eye Gouge is the 1-2 wombo combo no other fighting style has. JawBreaker being an unparryable guard break doing around 35 damage, and Eye Gouge being an incredible stun move that also blinds your opponent for a millennia. And if both are used properly, you become this tanky, float like a sea moon, and sting like the hand type of menace. To use JawBreaker, I like to click once or twice before using the move in any situation. After a barrage, I would click once to bait out a block, then proceed to guard break them. What do you do after your guard break? Well, I'm pretty sure you already know. If your opponent decides to start eating the JawBreaker instead of the guard break, then you could try to just go for an Eye Gouge just like this. And we all know what to do after landing an Eye Gouge. Just landing these two moves consecutively does around 55 damage, 1/4 of the average player's health, and pairing these two moves with a stand that has fast M1s can even cause more havoc. What I'm trying to say is that with these two moves, boxing provides... What do you want? Really? That's what you cut me off for? You'll never be on the same level as JawBreaker and Eye Gouge. I mean, just look at you. You have no range, you barely do any damage, and everyone seems to just block during the barrage. You're just a waste of skill points, to be honest. Maybe I was too harsh, but it's true, okay? Boxing Barrage used to be god tier. It was like a secret ace up your sleeve. It was that good. You could combo into it and out of it. But when Uzuki decided to add the Spec Barrage cooldown, where you can't use a stand barrage after a Spec Barrage and vice versa, the move became almost irrelevant. But with every fallen hero, there's a new one to take their place. Dashes in YBA are more important than you think. It's movement, and without movement in YBA, you're kinda fucked. I mean, why else is Made in Heaven good? Because it has so many options for mobility, it's hard to catch. With good mobility in YBA, you get more freedom. For example, Made in Heavens can either run away and never be seen again, or put on the most pressure you will ever experience. Dash mastery helps a lot. Being able to dash more often than the average player lets you out pressure or out zone your opponent. And being more mobile and tanky than the average player makes you kind of like an ultimate life form. And dash mastery gets even scarier to go against if paired with a stand that already has good mobility. Look at these clips of me using SCR boxing. These guys can't breathe, just look. No matter how hard they try, I will always be out dashing them, which means I will always be on their ass. Plus, any damage they do to me, I'll just shrug it off because I have 312.5 HP. Looking at everything boxing has to provide, there's a certain type of playstyle with boxing that shines the most. The playstyle of boxing can be described in 2 words: Fight back. When playing boxing, there's two things you can do. Option 1 is to left click and box your opponent like a fish. If you're going for this strat, use a stand that has lots of stuns, such as Star Platinum or Hierophant Green. Or use a stand that has fast M1s or high DPS, such as Star Platinum the World or the World Over Heaven. Combining the mobility, tankiness, and pressure boxing provides with a stand that either has tons of stun, speed, or DPS, you become amazingly hard to fight. Just think about the World Over Heaven. The World Over Heaven provides decent stand speed, bullshit true damage, an insane guard break that also stand crashes, a move that turns you fat and slow, a projectile that both stuns and goes through block, a heal, and a move that stops time. The World Over Heaven is already insanely good on its own. Now add 100 more effective HP, more mobility, another guard break, and another stun. You can't win! I've said it already, but boxing makes you a menace, outmaneuvering, living, and boxing everyone that stands in your path. The second way you could use boxing is to simply outlast your opponent. Imagine trying to catch up with a stand that can consistently dash out of stun, has ranged guard breaks, a ranged barrage, and pretty good DPS. But now it has 100 more effective HP, mobility, you get the point. Another stand that is a menace with boxing is Purple Haze, outlasting your opponent by just stuffing them in poison, while you sit there with your 312.5 effective HP and Rage mode. It's just mean. Speaking of Rage mode, any stand that has Rage pair with boxing, like, come on. 20% more damage reduction on top of the existing 25% is too much, man. 45% of 250 is 112.5. Assuming your max HP the entire duration you have Rage activated, you technically have 362.5 effective HP, along with the 25% damage buff. It's not fair, man. Is boxing broken? Well, kinda. Compared to all other fighting styles, it stands out the most in my opinion. It provides the most benefits being the passives, moves, and mobility. But I believe all fighting styles should provide tons of benefits. For example, vampirism barely provides any benefits. In fact, I would argue that it hinders you more than it benefits you. I mean, you burn in the sun, you take more damage to hum on, you can't M1 with an umbrella, and life drain is parryable and has a long windup. I mean, sure, vaporizing freeze and space rippers stingy eyes are decent, but the cons outweigh all of the benefits by far. Boxing is fine where it is at, although seeming a little bit broken. But instead of nerfing boxing, Uzuki should focus on making the other fighting styles either unique, cool, or actually useful. Because if boxing were to be nerfed again, we would have to resort to the other dull fighting styles. The art of boxing, it's something really special.